This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Caleb, Ellis, and I are going on our second official weekend vacation to Branson, Missouri. Yay! So exciting. If you're in the Midwest or in the middle of America, you've probably at least heard of Branson and Silver Dollar City. But our first stop is at a local pumpkin patch and sheep farm near our town. And so we're stopping there this evening, and it was just beautiful. The sun was shining. There is a little boy named Jackson. He works there actually 2 days a week. It's really volunteering. And it's so funny because we were thinking that Ellis it would be a really great way for him to get out in nature and around animals, to work there, to volunteer at this place. And so it was so fun to get to talk to this little boy, this 12-year-old that just loves his volunteer work. And what a cool way to get to learn how to talk to people and work with animals and be out and do hard labor and do things that you probably wouldn't do on an average day at home. Honestly, I think we're kindred spirits. He just seemed like a really cool kid. So like I said, the second day we went to Silver Dollar City. The rest of the video I'll just say SDC just so you're not confused. It's in Missouri, and my sister Blair, she recommended the best way to do SDC with littles is to go right when they open, and then halfway through go back to your condo or wherever you're staying and sleep, get their nap in, and then go back in the evening. So that's what we did, and it was so good. I'm so glad we did that because Ellis was exhausted. And we set up his room, tried to set it up pitch black, and he did fall asleep his first nap when we went back halfway through the day. But the rest of the weekend, he had a really hard time falling asleep. And it was because there was a little bit of light in the crack of the door and the window. And so I would try to block it out with like curtains, with blankets, but he would sleep, but it wasn't as good as at home. It's so interesting that happened. I feel like the Lord was prepping me because in the bathroom at the condo there was a painting of a sun, and I felt the Holy Spirit whisper to my heart, that's what I want you to focus on in this vacation. You are the light, and I am the light in you. So God gave me a theme for the vacation. Don't you love when he does stuff like that? I love when he gives me a theme for a season or for a weekend or whatever. So like I said, Ellis was struggling to sleep because there was just a little light seeping in, just a tiny bit. And the Lord kind of opened my eyes to that. Just a little bit of light wakes up this boy. And the same is with people's spirits. Just a little bit of light will wake somebody's spirit up. The true light. And our souls are awakened from sleep, from this true light. Spiritual sleep. When we are struggling to see God in the everyday, or if we are focused maybe on the hard times in our life, just somebody with a little bit of light in their spirit comes along and they speak life into us. It wakens our spirit up. So Jesus said, I am the light of the world. So Jesus is the light. He is the light, and he was the light even before time began. John 1 says that he is the Word, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. But the Word was with God in the beginning. So So the word, capital W, is Jesus. Jesus was with God in the beginning, and he is, and it says in John 1, he is the light. And he turns around also to his followers and says, hey, guess what? I'm the light, but you are the light of the world. You are a city on a hilltop, a light that's not under a basket. You should not, hide your light. You should show it off for the world to see. Jesus doesn't say to try to be the light of the world. I'm going to really try to be the light. Focused on, I'm going to try to be the light of the world. I'm going to try to shine. I feel like that's what I used to do. But what he says instead is, we are the light of the world. And this is what my husband pointed out to me. I didn't notice that until we got married. He said, he doesn't say to try to be the light. He says we are the light already. So because God is light and Jesus is God manifested in human form, we are now daughters of God through Jesus, and now we're image bearers of the light. So we have light in us, and we have the Holy Spirit. So he is one with us. I love, my friend Amber always says that we are united in one spirit with him. Our spirit and his spirit are now united forever once we believe in who he is and what he's done for us on the cross. We cannot help but shine. Even if we don't feel like we are producing light, if we believe in Jesus as Messiah, we are producing light. It might not seem as, I'm not as light as the girl next to me. That doesn't matter. You are still producing light because you are an image bearer of the one true King, the light of the world. So just like Ellis can't go to sleep with just a glimmer of light, in the same way we cannot go to sleep spiritually when there's light around us. There's a girl on Instagram, Kelly Haven Stickle. Go follow her if you are into homesteading and the cottagecore theme. Oh my goodness, it's just beautiful, and she always has wonderful things to say about the Lord, and I just really appreciate her in my life. I really look up to her. And my friends Amber and Heather and Elena and Sarah, and my husband Caleb, my friend Hope, Zimmon, all these girls, Leslie, Audrey, I could just keep naming. I promise, if you are in my friend group, you are the light. And so many bring this glimmer of Jesus's light in my life. Genuine light. I feel lighter after I am with them. I bet you have somebody in your life that isn't critical, isn't judgmental, because they're not judging themselves anymore. They are one with Christ. They are no longer striving for God to like them, so they are less critical of themselves. And then because they're less critical of themselves, and because they know God is not critiquing them, they don't have to critique others. This is a constant sanctification too. This is constantly, we are letting the light shine. That's all God asks us to do, is to let the light shine through us. So all we have to do is let him shine through us. We don't have to force it. We just have to abide in him, which means to remain in him, keep believing, and we will shine. Daughter of the one true King, daughter of the light, you will shine, and you are shining, even if you don't feel like it. So the last night of vacation, I got a text from my sisters saying my sister Annie had her baby. And guess what his name means? Bringer of light. So he will be a light for Jesus, for many nations, and for the world to come. And that's just no coincidence at all. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was formless and desolate emptiness, and darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Again Jesus spoke to them, saying, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives a light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. And the city has no need of sun or moon to shine on it, for the glory of God gives it light, and its lamp is the Lamb. For at one time you were in darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession, that you may proclaim the excellencies of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.